As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind through the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bigebi rone bigebi. He said. Makana wapana kamadu Muna kwenanya Lepa mirirure Ogesi makasuna no Ogatika by your life Because the end time is so near Ndi butu inusi Agwa wati matiano di Eburisi yana tisu Jiri edegu makwese Makano panu boko Opa tichiria, abona bosondo ona yekuchikwe na kadara. Asi mabura kuno mare, ya buru biyaru, na mogara pala namu, sorondi bozo. Opa no maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa mo baramsi. Na Biafra balamo, iya buna nemene kambu paraya no. Bakano jife mata winyaka ye, akano be ilo deseya. Oye wufe wupara nifeya, nika paruko. Biafra is my life. Biafra wabaramo, and we must go back to our land. That is the one who took us today. If I would get married 4 years ago, gonna chop in me also. Ogo no jira kuni kahala. Mano yes na bugoba na libu. Wesi no choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko solo ndia usala ugausa. Kani wezero wa neba. Maka no bulo no ugausa. Aze bugoba no is. Yoga kita pandia usofuma.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wonderful people of Biafra and lovers of freedom all over the world. You all are highly welcome to this very all-important broadcast. And of course, this is your live presentation reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel/television. We are live and direct, and I am very, very certain that Chukwokika Biamabine Ligwe is with us. You are highly welcome once again to this very broadcast, and we are not going to waste your time. Rather, we will go straight and treat the matter of the day. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others. Very, very important. You know exactly what to do. I can see your names in the comment section, my wonderful people of Biafra. The voice you are hearing is none other one than that of your brother Odinanwa from Biafra Unite platform. Today's date is 18th of February 2025. And the time right now is exactly 23 minutes past 8 p.m. in Biafra land. In the land of Chukwokika Biamabine Ligwe, I say once again, you all are highly welcome, my wonderful people of Biafra. Do the needful. If you can hear my voice, let me know in the comment section. Very, very important before we proceed. If you can hear my voice, let me know in the comment section. And during the course of this very broadcast, if my voice ceases to come out again, know very well that it is a network issue. And don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section so that I can be able to refresh my system. Now, without further ado, let us jump into today's program. Like as I showed you, some of the videos that we will be treating today, of course, we are going to move into it immediately. Now, before that, I want to send condolences to those that have lost their loved ones, especially the Oduduwa, the Afenifere, who lost their leader, Pa Aya Debanjo, a couple of days ago. And today, it was a breaking news that a known, I don't want to use some words on him because he's already, he has already joined his ancestors. But if truth is to be told, an arc, should I call it rival or sabo, a man that did not waste his time, that did not mince word to vomit his hatred against the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, Edwin Clark. He has passed on, and I want to say or send condolences to his family. He was a Biafran who fought against Biafra to his own, or should I say, to his selfish interest. Because whatever he is today, whatever he was before he left the world was actually given to him by the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. But that being said, condolences to his family. Now, we are going to begin with this very disheartening information that just landed on my news desk this evening before coming live, which is coming from Channels Television, as you can see their logo on top. There's a farmer died and beheaded in Ebonyi community. This is not the only one, and this is not the first time it's happening since the turn of the year. I have sent some video clips, some disturbing, highly disturbing videos across to some individuals, because such video can never ever be played on YouTube or even Facebook, where many people, not just one person or two. If you have seen the video that I'm about to talk about right now, kindly indicate in the comment section. Very, very important. Many people were butchered, their organs harvested in the old Imo State by Asawana terrorist organization, and this thing happened just recently. And they were busy shouting and speaking their Asawana language, while another voice, an Igbo voice, Igbo person, this person was speaking Igbo. And if you listen to that, you know that he is an Igbo man, not just a disguised Igbo man, like a Hausa Fulani who are here selling suya for the past 50 years. Them and their children can speak Igbo perfectly well, even better than some of you who live in Lagos State or Ugwu Hausa. So, but this guy spoke Igbo. They were butchering our young men and women in a forest in the old Imo State. Asawana terrorist group. There were many. The diseased were many. I'm telling you, many. There were many, not just two persons or one person. There were many. There were many. Butchered. Ebere Emebo is an old name. You're asking how can that video reach our PM's lawyer? They already have many videos from the past. They already have many videos from the past, though I haven't seen this type of barbaric before. The one that just happened recently that I'm talking about. I haven't seen, I cannot say that such a thing has not happened before. It must have been happening, but I haven't really seen such a thing in our land before, apart from this recent time. So the lawyers of our Prime Minister must have some video evidences to prove that the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, is a terrorist state. He must have many, or not even some, he must have many videos and evidences to convict Nigeria if it happens to be a human. So, but I have sent the video to some people. I have sent the video to some people who I believe, in their right sense of mind, they will have to pass this very video to the relevant, should I say, authority. I don't think there's anything like that for now, but to the relevant quarters. The reason why I am showing this news this evening, and of course, talking about what happened in the old Imo State, where over 20 Igbo young men and women were buried, butchered, all their private parts, or should I say, buried and mutilated. All their private parts were taken, were harvested, and of course, ready for, ready to be traded for financial gains. It is quite unfortunate. And this thing is happening in our land, in Cape Azoa. Somebody said no sound. Is it true? Somebody said no sound. Kindly let me know in the comment section if there is no sound, or are they here to confuse us? Let me know in the comment section, please. Okay, thank you for those who are confirming. That means the person who wrote that is either your device is problematic or you yourself is a distractor. So let's continue. The reason why I'm showing this and of course saying what I'm saying, telling you, in fact, any of you that need the video, any of you that needs the video should contact me. I believe most of you have my number, my WhatsApp number for Biafra Unite, of course, platform. You can send a message to that number and let me know that you need the video. Very, very disturbing video, and you must not watch that video when any child is there with you. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, it is there on your screen. +358 4158 51133. I repeat, +358 4158 51133. That's the WhatsApp number. In case you don't have it, copy it right now. Do the screenshot right now and take your time to copy it later. All right. So I'm showing these whole things and telling you the story about what Asawana terrorist organization did recently in Imo State. It is very, very imperative to remind our people this, for them to understand. They are talking about what happened in Ehamufu a couple of days ago, how the Fulani Janjaweed terrorists invaded the area. First of all, it was Fulani Fulani cattle raiders known as Fulani Headsmen terror group invaded that very area in Ehamufu, and then by lots of people and set their village ablaze, only for the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army to arrive there and started collecting phones from individuals who dared to video and record what happened. The Zoo Janjaweed took their phones, all of them, the ones they could see, took their phones, and up to today, their phones have not been given back to them. So, the person who wrote in previously said it has been corrected. Okay, good. Thank you. That means you are genuine. So, it is very, very important to let our people know. That has also brought me back to what I said yesterday during my live broadcast, when I said, if you want the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you also need Biafra at the same time, pray fervently. I said, pray fervently for the immediate release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And that is the reality. You know the reason why some people always call me names and they say that I am arrogant is because of my boldness, because of how I say things the way they are, and because of how I do not look anybody's face before saying the truth. Now, excuse me, we are not going to go further to read this. I have brought it to your notice. When you lay your hand on the video, if there's any other place or person that you want to send it to, you are always welcome to do so. Now, that being said, we are going to delve straight into today's matter because not working on. Remember, I showed you some videos yesterday, which we are going to be analyzing this evening. Kindly, of course, do the needful by letting others know that we are live and direct. Very, very important.
Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And
he said, oh my goodness me. He said that many people thought that the U.S. is is giving fund or aid, is giving aid to these disenfranchised people or third world country, like African countries and some of the countries in Asia, like Afghanistan. And this man, his name is called Scott Perry. Scott Perry, looking looking at the whole people, looking at everyone in the house, eyeball to eyeball, telling them that you are funding terrorism. And this is not AI generated video, this is real video because I have the full video where members of the US Congress were speaking their minds, including, some things concerning the concerns of this very man. I watched the full video, but this very one is the main thing that I want to talk about this very briefly, this very moment. So, this man, as an American politician, said it to the whole world that America is funding terrorism in these unstable, how do I put it? These countries that are not stable. These countries that have been tormented by the activities of terrorist groups like Nigeria. And he equally mentioned the name Boko Haram. I don't want to analyze it now because I'm going to play a video from one, one social media influencer who is equally famous at this very moment. Very dark man. So I'm going to analyze this video with what very dark man has to say afterwards. Because it seems like a lot of people do not understand, even though we have been shouting from morning. Yet, people did not understand what is happening. This very statement was made a couple of days ago, going to 1 week now. Yet, the executive of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom government, or should I say the presidency, has never issued any official statement concerning this very allegation. And remember, this allegation was made inside the US Parliament, inside the US Congress. in the United States of American Parliament. That is where this statement was made. Are you getting me? But are we surprised? Are we really surprised? While Barack Obama, under his supervision, not Barack Obama, I think, okay, Barack Obama fired Saddam Hussein, if I'm not mistaken, or Chastel, or one of them. But it was under the presidency of Democrats that this whole thing was happening. If you listen to the full video where others were talking, you will understand it better. So, it is clear to us that the West, be it European countries or America, are the brain behind the terrorism that has ravaged African continent today. It is in the open, even though they deny it, they keep on denying it. Britain, America, they all know, including France, especially France even. These countries are fully aware of what is happening in Africa. They fund these things, they fund this terrorism, they give them a huge amount of money, and you may ask, oh, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to, let me reserve it. I will talk about this later on today. So, when they fired Gaddafi, just like as somebody said, Igbo first, Obama fired Muhammad Gaddafi. I can't remember under whose supervision or leadership that that Muammar Gaddafi was, assassinated. But I know it is still under the leadership of Democrats. So, what am I trying to say? We all know this. We know that the West is involved. But there is a simple question which we are going to ask today. Very simple question. And we're going to leave that question when I'll be analyzing the video made by Very Dark Man. Yes, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Yes. So, I have a lot of questions to ask, but I will reserve it when I'll be analyzing the video that was made by the Very Dark Man. Let's continue.
It's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
You are paying for terrorism. That is what this man is saying. And he is talking to America that they have to stop it. Are you getting me? So, if no matter how evil a people or government might be, yet there are still good people. There are still good people. Because every former decay for John Adi, among the 12, that was Judas. Are you paying attention? We are live on 2 different platforms. One is Biafra Unite in capital letter. And of course, the second one is Biafra Unite TV, our sister channel. Now, this man has spoken. I didn't even analyze it. I did not analyze it. But I'm going to use VDM's program to analyze this very video, because it's very, very important. And then we are going to jump into the Musa's conversation. Remember, of course, the title of this very broadcast says, "Fear grips Aso-Rock. APC government exposed." Yes, APC government exposed. You understand? Remember that headline, so that when I will be talking about how APC government was exposed, which through this very video you see. I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything yet, but I'm going to say something. Through this video you see here, APC government has been exposed through this very video, but I'll tell you why later. Remind me, please, in case if I forget. So let us jump into Musa saga and stupidity, so that we can be able to know what is going on.
Annual lecture yesterday, but he didn't disclose the reason behind the visa denial.
There's an event to honor our veterans, those that were injured during battle. Remember last year, the Duke of Sussex visited Nigeria with his wife. Through the Invictus, they have a foundation that they try to raise the morale of troops all over the world that have suffered one form of deformity or the other in the course of defending their individual countries. So we're supposed to be there. And actually, half of my team have already gone, but unfortunately, the Canadian Embassy, for knowledge best known to them, denied us visa. So I wasn't sure, and so I wanted to be silent about it. But when we couldn't get the visa, I said, this is blessing in disguise.
Musa, I want to tell you this evening that there is nothing like blessing in disguise. If I email now, bo onyo kwalo ojua mone juafo. Yes. You came to do damage control when we already know what happened. I'm talking to you, Musa. The Canadian government understands who you are. They know you very, very well. The Canadian government knows you very, very well. And they also know the atrocities of the army which you command. Because, let me tell you something. When you are a leader or commander of a certain organization or government, and your subjects, not even your subjects, those that are under you, those that are directly working for you or with you, are going about doing something very, very evil against the public or against the followers or against, a group of people or a person. I want everybody to know today that that leader or the commander is fully in support, not just aware, not just aware, no. I will give you instances. That leader or commander is fully in support of what his direct followers are doing. Those who are working for him or working with him are doing. That leader is fully not just aware, no, he is fully in support of it. Because if you are not in support of this, you cannot allow those under you, those under your authority, to do what they are doing. This is very simple philosophy. Are you getting me? So, Musa cannot come out and say, I did not know that my men or my boys are committing act of terrorism. No, spare me of that. Spare me of that, please. Spare me of that. Spare me of that. I don't want to hear. I don't want to listen to such. You understand? Because it takes only but one word. Stop. It is just one word. Stop. Let me use myself as an example. When the DOS Irats started attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa, I'm using my own self now as an example, and I would want those of you listening to me right now to confirm what I'm saying. When they were busy attacking the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, that time it wasn't even autopilot. At that time, there was nothing like autopilot. I want you to pay attention. This attack started immediately after the rendition of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It didn't take more than 1 week. This attack started. And within that 1 week, that is when they were busy calling Mazi Simon Ekpa for meetings after meetings, because they were having issues with Oyibo in America. Are you paying attention? The DOS under Chike Doziefa and Chinasa Hanworu were fighting against the woman in America, Madam Oyibo, because Madam Oyibo was in charge of American account. You understand? Oyibo was in charge of Umueri account, which was very, very huge, which has a lot of contributions. All the donations made in America when our leader was touring America, including when our leader announced that everybody should be contributing $1. Imagine 3 million Biafrans in America. Although I know it's more than that. But imagine 3 million Biafrans, or even 2 million, or even 1 million Biafrans in America contributing, because I'm sure everybody will not contribute. But imagine 1 million Biafrans who are contributing $1 per day. In a day, you already have $1 million. Isn't it? In 30 days, you have $30 million. No. A day, in 30 days, you already have $30 million. If a day gives you $1 million out of 1 million people. So, they knew that Umueri account was rich. And they confronted Oyibo to hand over the account to the leadership, according to them, leadership. Oyibo Ekwechiri. And this thing was happening immediately. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned to the zoo. The time Oyibo Ekwechiri that she would never hand over Umueri account to them, they now gang up against her. They were busy calling PM for meetings after meetings every blessed day, because they knew that PM has a voice and he might be an obstacle to them, especially if Oyibo, mistakenly grab him. Then that will be the end of DOS. Every time on that meeting, Mazi Simon, I will be asking them, what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How did this happen? And why did we receive the news from the zoo? None of them answered that question. They were busy telling him, come on our side first. Come on our side. We want to work. We want you to work with us. I'm giving you pure instances of what I'm talking about. Now, when the Irats began this media war against our PM, I called Chike Doziefa on live broadcast, not once, not twice. Those of you who were there, I want you to start confirming what I'm saying in the comment section. I was calling them out every day. Please, 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 leadership, control the situation. Warn these your boys to stop this attack, because this is not what we should be facing now. This is not what we should be doing now. What we should be doing is to find a way to increase the battle, the fight, in order to break the hands of the zoo to release our leader with immediate effect. All my calls for complete 1 month fell into deaf ears. Meaning what? What the boys are doing was what they were sent to do. Are you paying attention? That is, I'm giving this illustration based on what Musa is doing, or what Musa said. Are you getting me? So, thank you, Ajibo Sunday. So, now, you cannot tell me as a commander that you are not just aware, that you are not in support of the terrorism of your boys, those under your command. No, you are in support. You don't just know, but you are in support of it. That's why the DOS did not listen to me for once to, to call the boys to order. They kept on, even China Sanwo-Olu will come on air and applaud them. China Sanwo-Olu, Chike Dozieha will come on air and applaud them. Our media team, he will applaud them. And he will tell them, you guys are doing a marvelous job. You understand? That means they are in support of it. So Musa, you can never tell me that Canada is not seeing what is going on in the zoo and how your boys are, causing or perpetrating acts of terrorism in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So you are the chief terrorist, and Canada is aware of it.
Now, following this revelation, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, had strong words for the Canadian Embassy.
Thank you for the courage to say that Canada denied you. They can go to hell.
Hallelujah. 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 Let's continue.
Even though it's painful, it's disrespectful, but we are people. We are strong. And I agree with you. We have to fix our country.
Oh, okay. No. Don't tell me that. You see, I don't like it. I don't like it. No. If you hate me, I will appreciate it. If you hate me, always show it to my face that you despise me, you dislike me, you don't like me. Always prove it to me. Don't come and do all these petty things and wishy-washy. Don't come to me and do that. You don't have to fix Nigeria. How can you fix Nigeria? How can you fix the zoo? You don't come and tell us on the pages of newspaper and the television you have to fix Nigeria. Are you Osigino busy from your heart that you are calling for, the zoo to be fixed? It's not from your heart. So don't come and tell me, don't pretend. That's why I said, if you hate me, let me know. Show it to my face that you despise me. Yes. Show it to me. Let me be aware. Don't pretend. You don't. No. The zoo cannot be fixed. Nobody is dreaming of fixing the zoo. Nobody. Because even you, as the so-called advisor or whatever they call you, how much is your salary? How much is your salary? And how much is the minimum wage that they have been dragging since last year till today? How much? Many states under the zoo is still paying 30,000 minimum wage till now, while one bag of rice is 100 and something thousand naira. No be juju be that. No be juju be. We are talking about food though. We're not even talking about other things, other necessities, other home use and groceries. We are not talking about these things. We are talking about only food first. A bag of rice that a family man should be buying. More no one go 10 kg. More one go 10 kg. Only for myself, only for me, I buy 10 kg. I'm telling you the truth. Even Nagokage bu ezioku Chineke. Ogafe nkan na-ekwu, then forget it about ezioku. You understand? Only me buy 10 kg. Because I don't go shopping anyhow. I don't go shopping every time. I buy 10 kg and stock it in my kitchen. Anytime I go ngasi. So what about if a man that with his family and children? How about them? You don't have to buy 10 kg. Rather, you buy 50 kg full bag of rice. Yes. And that one, you have to have 100 and something thousand naira to buy it.
You have to do it well. Yes. This disrespect is too much. So
Nuhu ribadu. Nuhu okwanu nuhu wa faya. Nuhu. Yay. Fulani ebu madu. Nuhu ribadu. Who are you expecting to respect you? No. Let us be sincere here. Who is Nuhu Ribadu expecting to respect him? Who? Canada? Are you insane? Are you serious right now? Canada to respect you. How? Canada is a developed country, a developed world. They are living a different life. Canada is in another world. They are not in this earth. They are in another planet. They don't live like us in the zoo. They live in another world on their own. They have their own world on their own. Are you paying attention? No. So how do you expect a people like this to respect you? People that have created their own world, they are not even involved with what we have in the world today. They are living very, very large, very, very well. They have everything. Citizens are enjoying themselves on regular basis. Which kind of respect do you want? A terrorist like you. A terrorist like you demanding respect from a highly respected country like Canada. No be juju be that.
Yet is another reason why we work hard to make Nigeria work.
Iwem na bụ n'okwu si akọọla ya aka. Iwem na bụ n'okwu si akọọla ya aka. And those who are going to applaud him are the rented, rented people who are under their payroll. There are few people in that hall. They are all benefiting from this, terrorist government and terrorist Nigeria. So that's why once the people like this come out and speak their junk and nonsense, they will clap for them.
And be respected.
This AI tool will create a...
Nobody will respect you. Nuhu. Nobody, no single person is going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. How do you expect respect?
Routine visa policy, or is there more to this story? I'm going to take a tweet now. I would expect nothing less from the National Security Advisor. He's resolute. I would expect nothing less from him.
Okay.
Moving on now.
So we are now going to bring it back to the previous, message, and let us see what Very Dark Man has to say concerning this incident, concerning this thing.
Does that name ring a bell?
So we are going to bring it back. We are going to bring it back from Very Dark Man. Or before that, let me play this video, at least to remind us who they are. Let me play this video to remind us. I've been waiting for so long to play this very video. But today, because I have spoken, or that I'm speaking about Musa and the terrorist Nigeria, it is very, very important to play this very video. Though I have been keeping this very video for very months now. Let us listen.
Oh boy, no be small thing. Let's say here why this Lekki side why they get to this military barrack now. Where they near us. At least I don't want to mention the name. Let's say my old friends who I live before I travel out. Most of them don't become rank officers. So they just invite me 3-4 days. But when I go there, oh boy, these guys, within they talk. For barrack self, I was someone who sit down with Ibo man for barrack. So the other corner when me and sit down, they talk say as things be, say before 2 months, say 2 months self too far. Say 2 months too far, it will be army and army they begin to open transaction among themselves.
Did you hear that? Let's play it again. Nsubude.
Oh boy, these guys, within they talk. For barrack self, I was someone who sit down with Ibo man for barrack.
Did you hear that? For barracks, Hausa man no fee sit down with Igbo man self in barracks. And person who is speaking is a military officer. Are you getting me? He said in the barracks, a northerner can't even sit with an Igbo man in the barracks. And this is what has been happening in the zoo. The military is so divided. The police is so divided. How do you intend to wage a war against a determined people?
So the other corner when me and sit down, they talk say as things be, say before 2 months, say 2 months self too far. Say 2 months too far, it will be army and army they begin to open transaction among themselves. I get me. The thing goes, it's must say the highest before 2 months. The thing fake result to war. Say army is divided. Say that we just live on gunpowder. Oh boy. Now I leave barrack, come my house. Before I did where the house someone go say, Kai Bogashi no come up person head. Now I run since that and they call it my those who gather they come in my gun barrack. I no go. The thing is divided. Anger. But if you go to barrack, they can anger with the Nigerian barrack, but you know go anger full Nigerian anger. Hey, I'm gonna just the pray, God help us.
You see that? I equally want to use this opportunity to tell my Biafran brothers and sisters who are serving under the zoo military to retrace their steps. I'm telling you, leave now. Leave now before it is too late for you. Leave now. If you are an Igbo man, a Biafran person serving under the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Janjaweed Army, leave now. Because it will be very, very late for you, as quick as possible. Now let us come back here. After this, I'm going to open the line for our people.
That money. Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda.
Since I have played the video, let me go straight to Very Dark Man's, analysis.
What?
Sorry for that. I am, of course, playing this very video from YouTube. So expect all these adverts.
A difference a day makes.
ISIS Khorasan.
Dear Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, this is a very serious allegation. This is a very, very serious allegation. And to the respective heads of all our security agencies in Nigeria, this is a very serious allegation that should not be overlooked. Over time, we have heard different stories that Boko Haram are being sponsored by the West, but there was no clearer evidence than this particular evidence. I mean, this man's name is his name is Scott Gordon Perry. He's an American politician and a retired Army National Guard brigadier general. Now, the Army National Guard in the U.S. is just like an American military reserve. So they don't go outside war; they only stay inside. It's a domestic army where they don't go outside to go and fight. So this man is privileged to a lot of information. So him coming out to say that the U.S. aid, the money that is supposed to be used to sponsor countries in development, are being used to sponsor terrorism in different countries, to cause chaos in those countries, so that they can make more money in those countries and also make more money with the U.S. aid. It's just crazy. Now, what's the U.S. aid? The U.S. aid is an independent agency of the United States government that is primarily responsible for administrating civilian foreign aid and development assistance. Now, what is the purpose of the USAID? The purpose of the USAID is the U.S. Agency for International Development is the principal U.S. agency to extend assistance to countries recovering from disaster, trying to escape poverty, and engaging in democratic reform. So all these poor countries, they go there. Their primary responsibility is to give them a boost, to upgrade them, to uplift them, just general development by the funds that are being contributed or the funds that are being donated for the development of this such country, like a third world country. But now this man is coming to reveal that those money are being used to sponsor terrorism. Now, the problem now is not what this man is saying, it's the way the government is even reacting to this, right? The government are actually not saying anything about this. This man is telling us that he's literally saying, I know the people responsible for the buying of a lot of people in Nigeria through Boko Haram. That's what he's saying. He's literally saying, I know them, because he has pointed that it is the US aid. So I would expect that the Nigerian government, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu government, would actually do a deep investigation and bring this man, or maybe tell him, ask him question. You have the rights. He literally called Boko Haram that affected the lives of a lot of people and caused chaos in Nigeria. Turned a lot of states upside down. See Borno State. See, a lot of northern states have been turned upside down. A lot of people cannot go to school. A lot of them have to run away because of insecurity and insurgency from all those states and because of the Boko Haram. So this guy has come out to say, okay, yes, I'm giving you people a direction so that you people can know where the problem is coming from and know what have affected us in Nigeria, because Boko Haram is still affecting us up till now. So the Nigerian government are quiet, and I'm sorry.
Now, I told you that I'm going to analyze that first video by the time I start playing Very Dark Man's video. According to Very Dark Man, he said, sorry, that he's expecting the federal government of the zoo to launch a very deep investigation concerning this allegation from the U.S. Congressman, Scott Perry. I want to tell the whole world that the so-called FG, federal government of the zoo, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can never, ever investigate anything. Ask me why. Because the Fulani that controls the government or controls every affairs of the government in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, knows every single thing concerning Boko Haram. Pay attention. What I'm saying now, Very Dark Man can never say it because he is not a freedom fighter. He's an influencer. Influencer who is also influential. Yes, that one I have to give him his flowers. Now, the federal government of the zoo, led by Tinubu, can never, ever launch any investigation because of this. You know why? Because they know about it. They know about it. Do you think that Boko Haram does not have connection with the top military personnel, with the top military commanders? And this money, how does it locate Boko Haram? How does the money locate Boko Haram? Because if the U.S. aid, which is always been given in the public, where the whole world is aware that the U.S. is giving aid to Nigeria, meaning that the money comes through Nigerian government. Are you paying attention? The money in question goes through the government because since it is in the open that U.S. is giving aid to Nigeria, that means the money goes through the government. So who else do you think that is extending this money to Boko Haram to sponsor terrorism? Is it not a simple mathematics? Remember, U.S. aid is not being given in secret. If it is given in secret, you can easily say there are many ways for Boko Haram to get this money directly from the U.S. aid. But it's not in the secret. This aid is not given in the secret. This aid is given in the open. Therefore, how do you think that this money gets to Boko Haram? How do you think? When the aid is given to the government, straight, direct to government, yet is being used to sponsor terrorism. So how do these Boko Haram terrorists get the money? How do they get the fund from this U.S. aid that passed through the government? Is it not through the government? Is it not through the government? That's why I told you Tinubu and his government can never, ever, that one I can set my neck. I can even bet my house. Your useless government can never, ever launch any investigation sincerely and genuinely. It is not going to happen. There's no possibility for that because the money, the aid in question, the money in question passes through the government to Boko Haram. Is it not a common sense? It's a common sense. They can come maybe after this. They may come and say, "Oh, we have started investigation to investigate the allegation of the Scott Perry to no, don't listen to any press release from the presidency moving forward. Don't pay attention to it. Don't even pay attention to it, because it's all lies and fallacy. Lies and fallacy.
Surprise. Unless, of course, if they know about it and they have been the one that have been cleaning up. Because, to be honest...
Oh, you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know. Now, them, they are the real sponsors. They are the real sponsors. Yes. Oh, yes, they are. They are, yes. And Tinubu is not an exception. He knows everything. He knows every single thing, because he himself single-handedly created, or should I say, made APC what APC is today. Tinubu, the moment he put his weight on Buhari, Buhari became the president of the zoo. So Tinubu is aware of everything. He knows every single thing that is going on. Tinubu knows. So don't expect anything. If you say you wonder, how would you wonder? Let's continue.
There's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government. That's just the truth. There's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government.
Oh, Okugoyana. He has said it. Let's continue.
Unless if they deliberately want to keep quiet. Because normally, you get what you go talk, DSS will come pick you. You get what you go come talk, NSA will come pick you. You get what you go talk, police will come pick you. They'll talk, say it's an act of terrorism. They just literally exposed what. Do you know how many people were Boko Haram don't buy because of this insecurity and insurgency? You know what Boko Haram don't do for this country at all? Up till now, there was still a news last week where Boko Haram entered army camp, allegedly go by army, carry their guns, carry them run.
Not today.
This is supposed to be a time where the Nigerian government will say, no, all those innocent blood that was shed by the Boko Haram insurgency, that they can actually get justice. I mean, they finally giving us a lead. Unlike before, where we say everybody in a rumor, everybody in a rumor. Now, this is not a rumor. This is direct. This is like telling you that I know the people. This man have given you a hint. What are you people doing about it? There's no press release. There's nothing. The government don't release anything. They don't release any news about that. But if one person talk for TikTok now, na go rush go carry am. If person talk for Twitter now, na go rush go carry am. This man where they talk now, a politician, present politician, and a retired army reserve. So he's privileged with a lot of information. So Nigerian government, I ask you, what is going on? Are you people going to mount an investigation on this? You now have a lead. You now have a lead. Yeah. And it's just so crazy. This USA thing, it just opened my eyes to a lot of things to let you know, say, oh my blessing are these Americans, true. Now then they cause wala for this world.
Oh, they just tell you. Yeah, anyway. Let's continue.
Yes. Because if they're giving our money for development of another countries, nobody forced you people. You people decided to set up that agency. So now go use and they sponsor ISIS. They use and they sponsor different terrorist groups around the world. But again, at the end of the day, if you are smart, you could already know, so you could not read between the lines. All this war that are going on around the world, it's not as if they cannot stop them. They can stop them. But there are a lot of money. There's billions of dollars to be made in the war.
You know before.
There's billions of dollars to be made weekly, monthly, yearly when there's a war around the world. They don't scatter Iraq, they don't scatter Iran, they don't do Russia and Ukraine, they don't do Israel and this one, they don't do Boko Haram, they don't do this one. All of them are big cash out because of the people where they sell weapons. The people that sells weapons, they cash out. The government said they cash out. So Nigerian government, are you part of the people that were collecting this money from the US aid to set up your people or to put your people in a box so that they go buy them, make some greedy politicians make they cash out?
Oh, you didn't know. Now let me tell you, my brother. Here in the zoo, according to what you said, very dark man, that there is nothing that happens without government being aware of it. It is true. That is the truth. That is the truth. So, just like what I analyzed a couple of minutes ago, there is no way the money, this aid, which is given in public, goes straight to Boko Haram. It has to pass through the government.
Because the way people are quiet, it's obvious that people like say, una know what's in they go on. Like I said before, all these kind of things, me I no go talk. But this is what I say now straight. This is a lead. This is a lead. Coming from somebody in the US, a politician, this is a lead. So if people don't react to this, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it only means that the government have been aware of this right from time. This Boko Haram.
Oh, you didn't know. Now, let me remind you again, my brother. A retired military general, not just a military general, but we are talking about the military chief of arms, chief of armed forces, the military chief, the military boss, as the number one military person. Can I find out by yourself? Can somebody remind me in the comment section, please? The name of the number one military chief, chief of army staff. Yes, chief of army staff, former chief of army staff, has told you that the armed forces are not neutral. The armed forces are not neutral because they collude. That is his word, Danjuma. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits and terrorists to massacre innocent citizens. He said they collude, and the man in question is a former chief of army staff in the zoo, General Danjuma. That they collude. And remember, since he said that, nobody has ever challenged him. Nobody has ever come out to debunk it. It has remained that way. They collude. I don't know. Maybe I can look at that. Look for that video. He said they collude with the armed bandits to buy Nigerians. The armed forces are not neutral. Where is that video? Where is that video? The armed forces are not neutral. General Danjuma. He said that they collude. Yes, this is it. Let me first of all play it before we continue with Very Dark Man. He said that they collude. They collude with the armed bandits to buy Nigerians. I hope Very Dark Man is watching here. I hope he's watching. I want to play you a video because you said that it is only now that a U.S. congressman made this confession or allegation. Before, you don't usually speak about these things. So, if you don't speak about these things before and it is happening, even General T.Y. Danjuma opened his mouth to make this confession. And when no, you people did not do anything with it. You people pay deaf ears to this very video on your screen. You people did not do anything about it. You pay deaf ear to it because he is a Nigerian and he's a black man. This is our mentality, because Danjuma is a black man and he's a Nigerian. Look at it there, former chief of army staff of the zoo, meaning that there was a time this old man, General Danjuma, was the #1 military chief, #1 military officer in the zoo. And I believe that time it was under the military regime, meaning that after him is the military head of state. I'm not sure if there's anything like CDS or all those things that time. Now, pay attention to this very dark man.
There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing.
There's an attempt and ethnic cleansing. Can somebody pay attention here, please? And I want those who are making those revelations in America to listen as well. This man said there's an attempt and ethnic cleansing. By who? Let us listen.
In this state, and of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria.
Okay.
We must resist it. We must.
He said, we must resist it. We must resist it. According to him. You know, they speak like that. The Northerners always speak like that. He said, according to Danjuma, we must resist it. He was talking to us. He was talking to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was talking to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who formed Eastern Security Network to resist it. He was also talking to Mazi Samanekpa, who who transformed the ESN into the Biafra Liberation Army that we have today. And this man is talking to all of us. We must resist it, because there is an agenda and ethnic cleansing going on in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Let's continue.
Stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
The armed forces are not neutral. The person who is talking was once a member of this same armed forces, and this word in Nigeria says, once a soldier is always a soldier. Once a soldier is always a soldier. As this man is now, he is still receiving his entitlement in the zoo, from the zoo government, because he was once the military chief of army staff of the zoo. You understand?
They collude.
He said they collude. They collude. Very dark man and people who listen like you. Are you listening? That they collude. They collude. With who? Oga, with who? Because you are among those who fought Biafra. They collude with who?
They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians.
Did you count how many times he mentioned they collude? Let me take it back.
With the armed bandits. They collude. The armed forces are not neutral.
We know.
They collude.
1.
They collude.
2.
They collude.
3.
With the armed bandits.
3 times.
Like
this man mentioned this collude 3 good times. They collude. They collude. They collude 3 times. So that it sinks well into your, not just your ear, but your bone marrow. For you to understand what is going on. But when this man made this comment, this is a couple of years ago, not today, nobody took him serious. The likes of Very Dark Man, he's my brother, he's doing a good job. I love what he's doing. But his likes, they didn't see it as serious until a white man said it from the US Congress. Then it became serious. But a former chief of army staff has told you openly that the armed forces are not, neutral. They are not neutral in this. They collude. That is the reason why, after the Fulani herdsmen terrorists massacred innocent people in a Hamufu a couple of days ago, the only thing the so-called, these same armed forces Danjuma was talking about, came into that very community and seized people's phone, deprived them their rights of communication and their right to live, their right to communication and their right to gathering. They confiscated their phones till today. It has never been returned to them. Probably they might have sold it auction to phone dealers. So what else do you want? Terrorists came into people's village and massacred them, burned down their houses. The army came there and seized their phones that they are using to, to video what happened. What else do you expect? What else do you expect?
Kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements.
Did you get that? They facilitate their movement. They facilitate their movement. That brings me back to that bishop, that Orthodox bishop that was kidnapped in Umunnochi, Abia State, a couple of years ago. That brings me back to him. This man said they facilitate their movement. And a prelate of Methodist Church who was kidnapped in 2022, was it 2020 or 2021? I think it's 2021, who was kidnapped in 2021 and later released after ransom was paid. This man came and told us that there, the place where they were taken, there was military checkpoint there, and armies are there, soldiers are there. Soldiers are there. Are you paying attention? Soldiers are there, standing, looking at them like this, face to face, while they were taken into the bush. Soldiers were there looking. They didn't do anything. Because of what? They facilitate their movement. How many of you remember sometime in the past, I think maybe 3 years ago, in the same Enugu State, where the Fulani Janjaweed terrorists came there and burnt the entire village? What did the army do? The army went to block roads where survivors are supposed to run through, including one small bridge that is already dead. The soldiers went there to block them, chase them back to their village, to their community, where Fulanis are there wreaking havoc in Enugu, in the same Enugu State. Are you paying attention? So I'm saying this, I'm bringing all these evidences for our people, for the likes of Very Dark Man, that it is not until a white man says it, then we begin to see evidence. No. This statement from T.Y. Danjuma has been there for many years now. So you must go back and start afresh. You have to go back and start afresh.
They cover them.
They cover them, according to his intonation. They protect them and cover them.
if you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Did you hear that? You will all
This
buy,
is how you protect your house.
You will all buy one by one. Ha! Chai! Wadiegu. Hey. How did we get here? Let's go back to Very Dark Man. Let's go back to him. Let us go back to him and continue to listen to him. How did we get here? Somebody said, Biafra Unite, or Denangwa is not a Hamufu. The last one that you are saying now is Nkaleha. Of course, I know. Ishagu Leku government, okay, Neboni. I know it's not a Hamufu. That one I know. Yeah, but you are right. Ishielu, I remember vividly, Ishielu. The military were chasing them away, back to the village so that they will be able to, so that they can slaughter them. We saw the videos. We saw the video. Mad people everywhere. Let's go back to Very Dark Man.
So he is privileged to a lot of information. So Nigerian government, I ask you, what is going on? Are you people going to mount an investigation on this? You now have a lead. You now have a lead. And it's just so crazy. This USA thing, it just opened my eyes to a lot of things to let you know, say, oh my blessing are these Americans true. Now then they cause wala for this world. Yes. Because if they give you money for development of another countries, nobody forced you people. You people decided to set up that agency. So now go use and they sponsor ISIS. They use and they sponsor different terrorist groups around the world. But again, at the end of the day, if you are smart, you could already know, so you could not read between the lines. All this war that are going on around the world, it's not as if they cannot stop them. They can stop them. But there are a lot of money. There's billions of dollars to be made in the war. There's billions of dollars to be made weekly, monthly, yearly when there's a war around the world. They don't scatter Iraq. They don't scatter Iran. They don't do Russia and Ukraine. They don't do Israel and this one. They don't do Boko Haram. They don't do this one. All of them are big cash out because of the people where they sell weapons. The people that sells weapons, they cash out. The government said they cash out. So Nigerian government, are you part of the people that were collecting this money from the US aid to set up your people or to put your people in a box so that they go buy them, make some greedy politicians make their cash out?
You know before? That is what is going on. And mind you, it's not just for these politicians to catch out. Not only that, it's not just for them to catch out, but also to turn the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, as Obodona Pisinani. Obodona Etisiani. That is the main point. Erufai has said it, and without number, many of them have said it. So it's not just to cash out. There are many other things in it. There are many other things that meet the eye. So when you are talking about cashing out, it's not just only to cash out. Yes, they are cashing out. They are making billions of money. That's why they are kidnapping people, demanding for ransom, butchering them, selling their organs. They are making too much money out of this. How many times have you seen some genuine military officers, especially the low-ranking officers? How many times have you seen their videos of face on the internet crying loud, telling us what is going on, telling us how they are being set up by their commanders to go and buy in the hands of Boko Haram? They give them fake arms. It is only in Biafra land that the military comes with, heavy duties, heavy ammunitions, heavy ones, heavy duty. You see them with Chana AK-47. You see, at least we used to see them when our men dislodge them and disarm them and send them to judgment. We usually see their arms, how smart their arms are. Haven't you seen the kind of armor tanks they come with on a regular basis to face our men? Because the guerrilla warfare which is going on in Biafra land is not benefiting the Fulani. Rather, it's going to make them to suffer the more. So they have to bring all their arsenal, including military fighter jets, hovering everywhere, throwing bombs everywhere. Because this very war does not benefit them. It is against them and is going to remove the breast from their mouth, just like Watanangwala. Yes. These mathematics are very, very simple. You don't need enough evidences to, to address it. So why are they not taking those heavy duty, those military arsenal, those chana to the north, and of course confront the terrorists? Where you are hearing that Boko Haram invaded a military base in Kaduna, they invaded airport, chased away pilot, did this and did that, yet no response. In Abuja and Kaduna has the highest military base. Yet these things are happening, no challenge, unchallenged. It is happening unchallenged. At the same time, in the same Kaduna, this Boko Fulani terrorist militia will go into villages, into Lower Benue, not Lower Benue, Kaduna, the southern Kaduna, and massacre people. So not only to cash out, they want to turn the zoo, the entire country, to Ndinakwi. That's why they hate Igbos to the core, because they know we can never, ever succumb to them. We can never succumb to them. And our brothers who are living in the coastal region, you should be lucky. You should be saying thank you, the Igbo people, because we are dying for you people, for everybody. We are dying for everybody to be free. So anybody from the coastal region of Biafra coming to talk nonsense against our leader or against our prime minister or even against us who are fighting for our freedom, then it's either you are Fulani blood, or maybe you are not even supposed to exist in the first place. Including those from Edo State, those from Bini, even those from Yoruba land. You should be thankful that the Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are standing tall, taking bullets for you to be free. Because I know once Biafra goes, it will be easy for Yoruba to leave Nigeria. So we are dying for all of you. So you should be grateful. Well, once you wake up in the morning, kneel down and pray. Say, God, I thank you for giving us a tribe like Igbo. No matter our friend, no matter our, our in-house, fights and stupidity, you still need to kneel down and thank your God for giving you a people called Ndibo. Don't worry about our fracas. Don't worry about our stupidity. Don't worry about our idiocy. Yes, we know we are not perfect. But once you wake up in the morning, before you leave your house, kneel down, raise up your hands and say, God, I thank you for giving us a tribe like Ndibo. Because if Igbos are not there, believe you me, you all will be eradicated completely. By now, Fulani should have, dipped their Quran in Atlantic Ocean and taken over all your villages and turn you into something else. If not for the Igbos. If not for the Igbos. This is how I speak every time they say, hey, he's bragging, hey, he's arrogant. No problem. Let me be arrogant. I like this arrogance of mine. If it's something that will lead me to truth, if it's something that will lead me to save my life and save others at the same time, let me remain with this my arrogance.
Because the way you people are quiet, it's obvious that people like say, una know what's in they go on.
You know,
like I said before, all these kind of things, me I no go talk. But this one I say now straight. This is a lead. This is a lead.
Because we do not recognize black man as an influential person. That's why all these influencers who know about the comment of T.Y. Danjuma on the podium, yet until Scott Perry said it, then they believe that now there is an evidence. But a military general, the former chief of army staff, said it was nothing to write home about.
Coming from somebody in the US, a politician, this is a lead. So if you people don't react to this, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it only means that the government have been aware of this right from time. This Boko Haram thing was a hit during Goodluck Jonathan regime. During Goodluck Jonathan regime, it was a hit. Then during Buhari time, it just happened small. Then Tinubu time now, once. It made me want to suspect APC government.
Oh.
It make me suspect APC government 100.
Oh, oh, you beginning to suspect them just yesterday. Anyway. Okay, what are you working all about today? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, my man. Oh, you are just noticing now. You are just noticing now. They know. Tinubu is aware of it. Yes. And mind you, this statement of T.Y. Danjuma was made during Buhari regime. The impostor they were using to rule Nigeria was there when this very comment was made by T.Y. Danjuma. Let's continue.
Because it almost look as if Omoibla said that Boko Haram, they bring them come so that they go scatter Goodluck Jonathan regime.
Okay.
They made their person call enter.
Okay. So when they told you, when Buhari told you that the baboons and monkeys will be soaked in their blood in the zoo if they failed to give him the presidency, you thought he was joking. So you thought he was joking?
Almost looks like that, allegedly. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I'm thinking
that is what happened
because it's looking like that some way, somehow. So the Nigerian government, they are still watching Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. Do you understand? What are you people going to do about this news? What are you people going to do about this news? Are you people receiving money to set up your people? Man, this news is crazy. I watched it yesterday. I said, wait till they go on here. I tried to think of another approach of this, but come on. It looks like the government actually are part of the people collecting from this US aid.
But is there now? Are they denying that they are not taking US aid? What the government of the zoo has never denied it. But what you people do not pay attention to is where is the money going? That is what you haven't paid attention to. Where is the money going? That's what people have never paid attention to. Everybody is aware that Nigeria is collecting US aid, but have you ever sat down and asked yourself, where is the money going? They are using it to sponsor terrorism. Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Fulani Herdsmen Terrorist Organization, Mieti Allah, including the Hizbah. Hizbah is a terrorist organization, and now they have pumped money into Asare Dokubo terrorist group known as Asawana. The money is there now. So Asari is using millions of naira to buy people, to buy boys, buy soldiers into his terrorist organization. Nigeria is aware of what I'm saying. The same Asare Dokubo went to visit Mr. Tinubu sometime in the past, in 2023. Yes. And Tinubu knows that Asare Dokubo has a terrorist organization, a terrorist group. He knows. but they cover it up in the name of security. How can Asari Dokubo have security, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not allowed to have security because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's security was formed to fight for our freedom? Why Asari Dokubo's security was formed to continue with what Nigeria's security is doing. Is it not simple? Very simple. Very, very simple to analyze.
I know they also went on to talk about how the US aid, how they give it to some NGOs. You know, the man said a lot of things that are really, really scary. So these people gamble with a lot of people's life for just cash.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are really waiting for your government, the NSA.
He continues to mention cash, cash, cash. But I'm saying it today because very soon we'll come back to analyze this. It is not just for the cash. Of course, the cash is involved, but cash is not the main thing. Cash is not the main thing. The main problem here is that Fulani wants to take over the entire Zoological Republic, especially the South. You people don't know anything, especially the South, because that is where you have water. There is no water in the North, but there is water in the South, and there is crops. Southern Zoo, be it Biafra land or Duduwa land, in the South is where you have the fertile land. The North, they always claim to be farmers and they are the one who feed the nation. It's a lie. The truth of the matter is that the South has the fertile land to feed the nation. The only problem there is that our own people are not taking an opportunity and advantage of our land to go into farming en masse. En masse. That is the difference. Not that we don't have land. There is land to cultivate. There is land to farm. But our people are focusing in immediate profit, which is buying and selling. And some of them go to school and get a government job or a better job for themselves. We, the people from the South, are neglecting the importance and the benefits of farming or being a farmer. That's why it looks like, or they usually use that narrative that they feed the nation. They not feed the nation. Once they withdraw their food from going to the South, then hungry go buy all of us. No. We have a better land than all of them in the North. Yes, yes, we have fertile land. We have fertile land.
The SSS, the DSS, the police, the army, all of you, we want to really hear we want to know if what this man is saying is true. I am really, really, really curious. I really want to know. Like I said, unlike before, where we say, okay, yes, the people just they talk around. This one now a straight accusation. Wow. Hey, Nigeria.
When I started drinking warm water to help with my memory, my friends laughed at me. But when they saw how much I'd improved, they started.
All right, I'm going to share the link right now or open the line. Those of you who would want to call on WhatsApp, you are free to do so. Meanwhile, I'm going to share the link right now. So those of you who would want to join me in the studio, you can quickly click the link and of course join me in the studio in order to make your own contribution very, very fast, because I want to end the broadcast. The moment is 2 hours. So we have like 11 minutes to go. Those of you who would want to speak, the link is in the comment section right now. You can click the link and join me and of course make your contribution as quick as possible. Let's listen to Musa once again. Let us listen to Musa before we conclude. A lot of things are happening. So many things are going on, my people. We have other issues, other things we are going to be discussing tomorrow. Just a moment.
Visa denial.
There's an event to honor our veterans, those that were injured during battle. Remember last year, the Duke of Sussex visited Nigeria with his wife. Through the Invictus, they have a foundation that they try to raise the morale of troops all over the world that have suffered one form of deformity or the other in the course of defending their individual countries. So we're supposed to be there. And actually, half of my team have already gone, but unfortunately, the Canadian Embassy, for knowledge best known to them, denied us visa.
Oh, by the way, there's something I didn't pick. There's something I didn't pick. So the reason why Musa and his men were planning to travel, the official reason, of course I know, the official reason, they can go there to do some other things. They can go there and arm terrorists to bomb, some part of Canada. That is real, because they arm their own boys to bomb Nigeria. So Musa can easily go to Canada to arm his, militia to start causing terrorism in Canada. It is very, very simple to do. So now, the real official reason, even though it may not be what they had in mind, the official reason of them wanting to travel to Canada is because there is a conference where some injured soldiers around the globe gather to be compensated. And not just the injured soldiers go to Canada, but their chief officer, their chief officer, their senior ranking officers are the ones who go to Canada to represent them. Therefore, whatever they are being given to these senior officers, once they are back home, they will distribute it to those who are involved. And I believe before they go, they take names of the, disfigured individuals, those who are, injured. They take their names to Canada, or they might have even forwarded the names of and the informations of these people. Now, for them to go and represent live in the program, they were denied visa. So I didn't even pay attention to this initially until now. Oh, so that means it should have been a compulsory for Canadian, embassy to issue them visa. It would have been a compulsory. But guess what? They did not look at them. They didn't look at their faces. The visas were denied. Sure.
So I wasn't sure, and so I wanted to be silent about it. But when we couldn't get the visa, I said, this is blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Now, following this revelation, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, had strong words for the Canadian Embassy.
Thank you for the courage to say that Canada denied you. They can go to hell. Even though it's painful, it's disrespectful, but we are people. We are strong. And I agree with you. We have to fix our country. We have to do it well. Yes. This.
Dan, please grab the microphone and speak to us. Dan, are you there? If you are there, you can unmute yourself and of course speak to us.
Good evening, Ordinama, and good evening to
Biafra. You're
Biafrans.
welcome.
I'm making all the Biafrans all over the world. Ordinama, I thank you so much for coming up this evening and standing tall, even when it's like things are shaking, and you came back to rescue this situation. I thank you for that, and I want all the Biafrans to stand tall and support this liberation, because this freedom is not given, it's taken, and we cannot go back this time. So I want everybody to remember that there's people who have died in this struggling, and our leader is still there suffering. And I know that. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Mazi. Go ahead.
Okay. And I know that anybody who is in this struggle and they see the way our people have died in this struggle, I don't think that that person will joke with this liberation. Even if you never lose your own person, we are not playing to lose anyone, but we understand the pain that when you lose someone. So people have died in this struggle. They have killed our people. So we need to come together and use one voice. It pains me when you come to social media, you see our people leave what we're supposed to be fighting for, and they're fighting ourselves. It pains me a lot. When you come to social media now, all they do is to fight one another. No one is even focusing on the ball now. They're all fighting one another. But I thank you, Odnawa. You have come to show Biafrans that you really stand on the part of what we are fighting for, not to come to social media to gossip or to find who is fault and who is right, instead of to focus on the ball and focus on the enemy. Our people are busy focusing on ourselves. It's like they're just looking for money in social media. So I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much, and keep it up, please. And I pray, and I know that many Biafran are praying for our leader to come out and for our Prime Minister to come out, because I know by the end, the victory will be our own. Thank you so much, and I thank all the Biafrans. I thank all the people, everyone that is standing tall, standing on the truth, no matter whatever, no matter any circumstance, no matter, because we are nobody is perfect. We all have our own fault. So don't look at anybody's fault, but look at what we are going through, what our people are going through. Many people are no longer going to farming because of all these terrorist henchmen. Even in my own town, nobody is going to farming. When you go there, they kill people, they chase people around. Even I was speaking with my mom this evening. He's telling me the same thing. that nobody goes to farming anymore. They have killed a lot of people in the farmland. You understand? So we cannot continue in this way. They just want our people to be in a hunger to kill our people. You understand? So we need to wake up. We need to understand that there is danger. Our people is in danger. Our life is not safe. Our people's life is not safe. That is why our leader is there suffering. That is why they're holding our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. That is why many Biafrans are in the prison. Many are in the prison because of this cause. Because nobody is speaking the truth. The people that are supposed to be speaking the truth, they don't speak the truth. But if nobody will tell our own story, we have to tell our own story. So I'm pleading to every Biafran to stand tall, stand on the truth, leave all this gossip on the social media. Let's put our eye on the ball. We have learned a lot from our leader. We have learned a lot from our Prime Minister. So let's put it in a practice. Thank you so much, and I thank every Biafran that is standing on the path of the truth. Thank you, Adnawa. Thank you. Hello.